In your own communities, go back and talk to researchers, scholars, artists. They are there protecting the divine knowledge. One of the reasons why Sarika was performing here, we said, they're all from a traditional format. Many of us may not even understand that this is actually a South Indian form of dance called Bharatanatyam or Kuchipudi. We don't even know. We say wealth is there. Well, this is also wealth. That's culture. And they are all based on Shastras. Bharat Muni, a great scholar, actually has written the Natya Shastra. All the mudras are actually technically sound and perfect. That's also knowledge. Please go back and support in your own capacity, not only this game, but wherever you find there is a person trying to protect the culture, the small pujari out over there, the small teacher over there. That's where India will survive. India is not the GDP. It is thousands of villages untapped. The SME sector which is bubbling but don't require support. They don't get support. And what's our government doing? Going back and say FDI, foreign direct investments. It's important. But what about the investments that we do into our culture? You may become rich, but culturally, if you are not protected, you'll collapse. That's what's happening. So we are taking this opportunity. So that's the passionate Radha Krishnan about culture, India. You give me that stage and it doesn't go on. But I have a duty over here. With the limited 5 minutes that I have in my hand, I'm going to speak about the game. Game is just one part of the journey to revive India. Now, after listening to the chapter, we said Chanakya knowledge is available in different formats. In fact, making a film out of it also, which will be launched very soon in January, etc. Now, I'll tell you, the rishis of our ancient days were very brilliant. They were not ordinary, they were master psychologists. A teacher, according to me, has to be a master psychologist. A businessman, according to me, has to be a master psychologist. सामने वाले का मन को परखना आना चाहिए. और कितना भी बड़ा ज्ञान हो, अगर वो बच्चा को भी देना है तो ऐसे दे दो कि वो खेल खेल में सीख जाए. So look at our stories. Hanuman and Gatotkacha, a lot of films being made, Sri Krishna. Do you think the ultimate Vidya, Aham Brahma Asmi, I am Brahma Asmi, I am that God within. If you tell a child, uncle, thank you, I want to play cricket. You will not understand. It's not about Aham Brahma Asmi. Then you tell a story. There was a Krishna. You know what Krishna? Yes. Oh, makan churata tha, tu churati hai na, waisa wo bhi churata tha. Acha? And slowly while telling the story, you tell him, you know what's Krishna? He was God. God matlab kya? That God is within you. Really? The child gets interested. When the ultimate knowledge has to be taught to the last man, our rishis used different methodology through stories and also through games. We have been doing a lot of promotion of Arthashastra to the intellectual class, the CEOs and the directors and the politicians. We train the politicians also, we train the police also, different formats. But you require a certain intellectual level to understand that. But then we say, are we missing out on the crowd of India? Yes. And I remember brainstorming with Anurag, saying, do you know why Rajnikant and Salman Khan movies sell? Because they touch the last man in the last village. If you look at that movie intellectually, you will say, yaar, sar dukhta hai yaar. Ye movie kaise chal sakta hai? He kaise chal sakta hai? Bodyguard kaise chal sakta? How can you be so stupid? You may be thinking it is stupid, but ask that man living in the slum. For him, Salman Khan is God. Because he talks their language. He comes to their level and say, हंसने के लिए अच्छा जोक नहीं चाहिए. बुरा जोक भी चलता है. Friends, India is a huge country with different languages and cultures. And we thought one way of bringing Arthashastra to the common man is let them play. Khel khel ke seekh lo. Isn't that a methodology every teacher is talking about? Classroom is an outdated methodology. But our rishis knew khel khel ke sikhao. So we thought, why not bring it in a game format? So this is again the game format where you'll enjoy. And I'll tell you, there are a lot of people sitting over here who have played the game. I have played the game myself even before all this format happened. Now, let me give you 2-3 things which is not in the game. What is in the game, you will be explained and everything. But let me tell you what is the game not. So many people जैसे बोलेंगे ये व्यापार है क्या? No, there is one game called Monopoly. Is it Monopoly? No. It is much advanced version. So of course there's a very famous game called Monopoly or Vyapar which a lot of businessmen have played. Now many people, when we tell about the concept, they don't understand it. Of course we'll be giving a visual, but I want all of you to play the game. It's more experiential. So when the whole game format happened, where is my role coming in? Let me tell you that in this whole game, when you buy the box or see the box, I want you to see the box, at least understand what it is. We have used authentic Arthashastra Sutras. Many people use the name Chanakya. Let me tell you, Chanakya ke naam pe kuch bhi bikta hai. Because that interest is there. But a lot of research has gone in, and every sutra in that particular box, we have used from the 6,000 sutras, roughly 225 sutras. Each of them is authentic, time-tested, and certified by scholars and teachers of Sanskrit knowledge. So what I'm saying, it's authentic ऐसे नहीं कि कुछ भी cut copy paste किया है, बहुत मेहनत किया है. Of course, we have taken ideas also. But nothing, as they say, is original knowledge. So there was some knowledge, modified it, but modified with the Indian tradition. So when we say we require to be modernization, I have two thoughts on that. Modernization without westernization. Modernization without westernization, and modernization without urbanization. नहीं तो गांव को तुम लोग खत्म कर दोगे. We require nature. So this is modernization, but not leaving the ancient ideas that are actually there. So that's about the game. What is the game about? We'll see in the next few things. But before that, I want to tell you that when we took this idea to many people, last 2.5 years when we were working on it, one of the important person that we met is our education minister, Rajesh Topeji. He is the education of higher and technical education in Maharashtra. And when he said, मुझे भी खेलना है, the first thing everybody feels is मुझे खेलना है. मतलब 3 घंटा निकालो, चलो निकालेंगे. But he said, can you go to Jalna and play the game? Because I may be sitting here in Mantralaya and managing all these things, but the last person doesn't understand, because many people still don't have bank accounts. ये कैसे खेलोगे? खेल कैसे करोगे? Tournaments कर सकते हो क्या? Why not? And he said something interesting. We want to introduce this in schools. Of course, it's not going to happen immediately. It may take another 2 or 3 years. But what I'm saying is that the journey has just begun. And the power of association. Please come to us with ideas and say, हमारे यहाँ पे कर सकते हैं क्या? Let me tell you, this all 4 people will have only word for every single idea. Yes. कैसे होगा पता नहीं. Forget logic. आप बोलो मेरे यहाँ पे 4 ladies आएंगे क्या? आएंगे ही. पैसा नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं, आओ हम आपको खिलाएंगे. Please come with ideas, because Chanakya is not about me or the 4 of us over here. It's about us and it's about India. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's always been a pleasure to listen to you. I would request you to stay on stage.